Stamos here on the Paramount Studios backlot. Jack Reacher is about to come out on home video, and we're going to get an inside look at the stunt work that went into the film. If you want to know what it takes to be a stunt fighter or driver, stick around. And remember, you wanted this. Were there any movies that you watched beforehand to help inspire the chase scenes in Jack Reacher?
We watched loads of car chases just to get ideas. Bullet and Ronin and Bourne, and what we actually got from the old movies was they really drove those cars fast. They really swung the back end out. There's no tricks, there's no CGI, and I think that comes over.
Is Tom Cruise doing most of the stunt driving? How did you prepare him for that?
Tom Cruise does all the stunt driving, all of it. Chris McQuarrie, our director, wanted to redesign the car chase into a chase where we saw Tom Cruise driving the car. Normally in a car chase, you have to shoot around that, and he's such a talented driver. He's a really big talent in the car. If I was stunt coordinating a movie and he was cheaper, I'd book it.
So your stunt drivers versus Tom, who drove what? Tom
would drive the Chevelle SS. Tom has to crash into somebody, and that's where all the other stunt guys were. They're in the police cars.
One of the big concerns for us during this show is we had a lot of infrastructure within the Pittsburgh city area. Bridges, big pillars, a lot of cement pylons, stuff that it gets really scary when you're flying down the road and you're out of control, because those things stop you immediately and there's no forgiveness to those.
It'll buff right out.
All right.
Tell us about the hero car in Jack Reacher.
The Chevelle SS gave us everything we wanted. It gave us the muscle up against the modern Audi, and Tom just absolutely loved it.
So on the left was more of a hero Chevelle, where we shot a lot of exteriors. Anytime that we had Tom doing any type of crashing, we'd put him in the Battering car. There's a few stuntmen that are very familiar with seeing that car coming flying at them right before impact.
There are other modifications made. Some of them you can't see, obviously they're underneath. We had 5-point harnesses built into the vehicles, and we dressed Tom with the harness underneath his clothing.
How difficult was the Chevelle to maneuver?
We set up the suspensions so well, it turned out to be a pretty good handling car. Plus you have a 454, 500 horsepower motor to get you out of bad spots, having that extra throttle.
Now, out of all 9 cars, were there any casualties of those cars?
There were, unfortunately. On one particular night, the car just grounded out on the curbs and it ripped out the camshaft, and it was goodbye to that one. So you'll see Tom and Chris saluting goodbye to the car on the Blu-ray, but it's really sad because they're such beautiful cars.
Tell us about your work on Jack Reacher.
I was responsible for helping Paul Jennings organize and coordinate the stunts, and also make sure that the fight sequences matched the storyline and character.
Get up.
They were a little dirty. I mean, Tom Cruise is punching people in the crotch. Like, how did that come about?
In reality, there really are no rules, and so we train that way, and we're able to make sure that the believability is there for the audience.
What's the Keysi fighting method, and why was it chosen for the film?
Well, the concept behind it is a pure street fighting format. It's not a martial art that's from China or Japan, so it's a pure westernized street fighting method. We first got a break in 2004 when we were called in to recreate the fighting method for Batman Begins, and obviously we did Batman The Dark Knight. And with this particular film, I think they were looking for a very raw street kind of feel to it. Tom was totally focused, totally into it in a big way, and he kept saying to me, he said, Andy, I get it, I really get this, I like it. So it was just fantastic to get that kind of energy from, somebody like Tom Cruise. Is great.
The fight scene that we're about to perform was pretty much the exact same fight that happened outside of the bar. We're gonna learn the very beginning of the fight, and we'll put you in there and see how you're gonna react to stressful situations.
Any pointers as we go into this?
Relax, breathe, and have fun.
All right. So How did I do?
1 out of 10, I would give you a 10.
Awesome.
Yeah,
All
you
right.
did great. I'm very proud.
Thank you. Jack Reacher hits Blu-ray and DVD on May 7th, but you can catch it 2 weeks early on demand.